My name is Marcus D. Weems, and I'm the Director of Campus Housing and also the Resident Director on the first floor of Marjorie David Agino Hall. Today on Food Pantry Friday, for the Gale Pantry, I'm going to be cooking Marcus D's Chicken Surprise using an ingredient that you can find at the Gale Pantry, canned chicken. And I also have a few other ingredients that you're going to want to use for this recipe as well. I have chosen French bread that I can bake in the oven, and you can also buy a pre-made French bread loaf from like Safeway if you would like. You're gonna also want to have some onions that you're going to chop up, as well as some celery. And then you're going to want to either have mayonnaise, or I like to use Miracle Whip salad dressing instead of mayonnaise, so Miracle Whip will be my go-to in this. Then also some mustard, some just regular mustard will do if you have that. If not, if you want to like kick it up a little bit and use some kind of specialty mustard, I have a honey roasted garlic onion flavored mustard that I'm going to use that I picked up from the farmer's market. And so we have that. And then we also have some shredded cheddar cheese that we're going to use to make it a little yummy. And then we're going to top it with some pre-made bacon strips that we already have here. So it's going to be scrumdiddlyumptious. You're going to use this in the oven. The first thing you're going to want to do is, if you're making your own French bread, is follow the directions that are on the tube. This is just the Pillsbury French bread that you can buy at Safeway. And the directions say heat it your oven to 350. And then you're going to place this on a cookie sheet and cook this in the oven for about 25 minutes, 26 to 30 minutes. And that way, then we're gonna let it cool a little bit. We're gonna cut it into some slices. And in the meantime, while that's going, we're gonna go ahead and prep what's gonna go onto our French bread. So stay tuned for that. Thanks to some Instagram magic, we already have our onions pre-chopped. And these are just roughly chopped, that you don't have to like do them really fine. Just want to try to make sure you don't have a really big chunks in there. The same thing with the celery. We have already drained our can of chicken breasts directly. You want to get as much moisture out of your chicken as you can from the can. So we have that. We're going to combine the chicken into this bowl here. We're going to combine into that the onions, as well as the celery. Putting in the Miracle Whip, I like to use about 3 tablespoons, just dollops here from the jar, directly into my chicken mixture here. It's not an exact science. And then you're going to take your mustard and add that into the mixture as well. So we now have our mustard, our Miracle Whip, the celery, onions, and the chicken breast all into the bowl here. And then we're going to stir that until it's combined really well. Kind of like you're making a chicken salad, if you would. Mixing that up nicely. This is great for little appetizers. It's great as a little snack. I like to come home and have this already pre-made in the refrigerator, and then take out my French bread or croissant and put a little on here, and then toast it up in the oven. So what we're gonna do after we have this mixed well, you're going to then put in some of the sharp cheddar cheese or mild cheddar if you like that. Really any kind of cheese that you prefer will do wonders with this. When you're adding your cheese, you want to add about a handful of finely shredded cheese to your mixture, and then give that a nice stir and incorporate that into the mixture. Our French bread has just come out of the oven, and so the final steps will be to let it cool a little bit and then slice it into little French bread slices. We'll do that here in a moment. And then we're going to then put our chicken mixture on top with a little bit of cheese. And I've already chopped up some of the pre-cooked bacon that we're gonna sprinkle on as well. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven individually so that it can crisp up a little bit. And then we will be ready to eat. So as you can see here, we've already placed on spoonfuls of the mixture onto each of the little bread pieces. And then we have added the crushed, chopped bacon on the top like you can see here. And then we have some for my people that do not like bacon over here on the side. And then we've topped it with some additional sharp cheddar cheese. And then we're gonna place this in the oven for about 10 minutes. We're gonna check on it so it gets a little warm and crispy. All right, we're gonna pull it out of the oven now. It's been in there for about 8 to 9 minutes so far, and see how it all turned out. Here we go. Ooh, we can see that it's nice and getting nice and golden. That cheese bubbly on there. We can still see the bacon mixed in there. We cook this at 350 degrees in the oven for about 8 to 9 minutes. And they're going to be a little warm. You're not gonna wanna pop them in your mouth right away. It's kind of like eating a pizza roll and burning the roof of your mouth if you choose to do that. But these are going to be scrumdiddlyumptious when you give them a try. Really easy using items from the pantry. So hope you give them a try. Salt and pepper to taste as well. Bon appetit. Very tasty.